Ave, historical gamers. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough and look at Imperator Rome 2.0. And it really is sort of a 2.0. I know it isn't Imperator Rome 2, but it's, okay. We're looking at this. It's been a few days, so I don't remember exactly since I last made the last episode, and I did play a bit. And I had to replay the bug that happened. I think you may have seen that either the last episode or the previous episode before. I had to replay the fight with Rome, and we did a little better because I was a little I took it a little more seriously at the start. So we have more of the we have basically all the Peloponnese. Rome still has a little bit of territory there, but Rome is still a big super state north of us. So we have to worry about that. All right. Things be a little different. Not greatly. So where we go from here? Now, originally, before I realized Rome was at war, and that was sort of the key. They were nearly winning it when we came in, but it was enough that they, had been messing around up here and fighting the Carthaginians that allowed us to better deal with things down here. You may have seen the first version of that. Was going to take out, if not all of Thrace, a good big chunk of Thrace before going after Rome. We're still going to need to do that, but that's put on the back burner. We have this here, aggressive expansion. Big time, big time. Yeah, I definitely think aggressive expansion is a thing. We see what happens when, Alexander, his personality holds together, and sort of adopting the Persian bureaucracy when he takes out Darius and gets the empire. But we see it fall apart very quickly after his death. I think he could have held it together. I don't know about his son, what that would have been like and how long that would have lasted. We just don't know. It's an imponderable. Or we can ponder it, but we won't come up with an answer. I do think now we could have set up a few more, feudatories out here. But I do think taking Hellenistic territory, and I don't know if it is figured into this. I know some of the stuff has some now Latin influence, but still it's mostly majority Hellenistic. We can see a little bit of Roman, more Roman or Italic here, Roman, Etruscan, Sibyllian. So, a little bit, okay, but Anatolian. And so I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's calculated into all of this, but because I definitely see if we're plundering into territories that are culturally very different. Here this is sort of very I really don't know what difference between what is this. Get rid of that ship in front of it. I don't know. Americ, Few Americ, Shandik, I don't know what the difference is, that these are one group, subgroup. We definitely see the Macedonian predominance in a few places around here, obviously being pushed into there. Some in the very low population zones. So yeah, or coming into Nabatea as a different culture that I definitely see. We can see here where we do have sort of. We did get that. We do have those that are predominantly Roman, but we're going to try to deal with some of these things here eventually. Right, so, but we have to deal with this. That will take time. Now, we're dealing with this. Our last ruler had silver tongue or whatever, so they could have an extra diplomatic relation. So this is hurting us a bit. I think we could get rid of that if we can get to 600 or 601 territories. So I do want to expand a little bit more, which means another war and more aggressive impact. I think bulimia may be the right case. Currently, let's see their diplomatic stance. I have none. Okay, they have no allies, so we just have to come down there and basically beat up on them and take them. Yep, it'll push this up a bit, but it'll get us to the 600, I think, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like that'll get us 9 more territories, and yay, we're a bigger power. And I think we'll get 1 or 2 more relations now. Okay, I have done this I just test played something after it, and mostly I was looking at these two things, and this is where we get to pick our new mission. Now, the matter of punt, again, here, it's been here a long time, I've been ignoring it. You've got to take out this territory here, maybe get some along here, and get this way out in here, and maybe here. To fully complete it takes a few wars. Not a bad mission, particularly if you want to grow in that direction. Just a second here. So, not bad mission. I've just been more worried about events up here and not wanting to take the time, because like I say, it's going to take a few years, because wars, pieces, again, second war, that kind of thing. Whatever. Eastern border, I know we've looked at it more. You're going to need to complete this, you need to control these 2 provinces, control, or we can leave Pergamemnon. I don't know if I want to give up a research boosting wonder. We did not get, which at the time it existed here, naval the Acropolis of Rhodes, which would have given us navy attrition, blockade efficiency, and ship repair at sea. Good things to have, but weren't terribly critical. And honored admirals, again, more sea stuff. We might someday integrate Rhodes into our society, which would give us these if we so wish to directly. Not that big of a deal. Sort of cool that they exist and they're here. Sort of cool to have Rhodes as our ally. They're at least strong. I mean, they got here, and is this? No. Yeah, no, that's part of this island here. They got a few provinces. I mean, it's it's a thing. It's not terribly great, not terribly good, but not bad either. Here the is 25% oratory tech investment, which is nice. So whether we directly own this or puppet in one fashion or another this territory, we'd also need to own that little island as well, or again have a puppet own it. To complete this big thing, so it will require a war with Thrace. I don't want to be taking too much more land because we have this. So Greater Empire is moving west, in which I don't know if we have to take out here, but we have to take out territory over here. Again, we're looking at doing that eventually, kind of thing, but not ready to do for now. So we have stabilize and grow Greece. This is pretty good. So we're going to start this mission. And so we can zoom out here a little bit. Lots of stuff to achieve here. With lots of bonuses, we need to develop the trade here. But in this province, markets come through, get Caucasus shipyards for here. Very good. Laconia, build it to be a better farming settlement. We're going to have to shift. Maybe get rid of a port, at least temporarily here, to I'm still not entirely happy with. And yes, it may be just I want it all, kind of thing. But this and this are mutually exclusive. Urban planning, rural planning. I don't see why they need to be. This would give us. This is really good, rather powerful. I think this is much more powerful. That's why I went here. Much more to my taste. Building costs down, yes, but 2 global city building slots, wonderful thing. And I don't know why more monthly food is here in urban planning. I can sort of see that, but rural planning, which I would see as the support infrastructures out there, it might also do more global food. I don't know. But because, look, I get the idea of having one resource per territory. I get that. I can argue that. But even, most all of these settlements out there, whether they're a mining settlement or whatever, are also producing some food. Now, I totally get that it's either not the interesting or unique focus of the territory, or it's producing food, but it's not producing food to any scale that it's going to export the food to other parts of the province, let alone out of the province. So I get that. I get that philosophical idea. I really, really do get that. But I don't see why. Is it because presumably, unless they're completely pathetic, and I don't think they are, but should be able to plan or have the AI go, oh yeah, well, we have a port, well, we have a new slot here. Well, hey, this is a wheat growing area. We ought to throw in a farming settlement. Or, oh, hey, yeah, we've got deadly neighbors, whether local cities, states, or, big super Rome or super Egypt coming at us. We've got a farming settlement here. Oh, well, let's throw on a fortress. I don't see how. Now, I get the idea that you shouldn't, and I wondered whether you would be able to stack 2 farms. But no, okay, fine, and I get that. And I sort of kind of get the idea that maybe having, and you can though, you can only have one because you can only have a mine or a farm on particular provinces. You can only have one of those, but you can add a slave estate to one of these others. That, yeah, I could see how that may be doubling up on some of the stuff. More food, more whatever. So I could sort of see how some of that, but the port and the fort particularly, barracks a little less so. I don't know if you want to do a provincial legation to help push in assimilation and migration speed to reduce the population, counteract that population. So, some of these in tribal settlement maybe even you might want to do. So some of these I kind of see, especially the slave estate, is stacking with these other 2 as being a little uber, maybe. But the idea of throwing on a fortress or having a port there, yeah, I get the, some of these other benefits here, but you get my thoughts here, especially if you're looking at a fairly small state, say Sparta, with a minimal amount of provinces wanting to, hey, we want a shipbuilding province, and we want to be able to have a a port to bring in our fleet. But does that mean we have to give up our wheat or our mine? If we had a mine here, which here they have to give it their mine. So I'm sort of like, don't like that. Now I get the idea that partially they working for it. And maybe build the tree a slightly different type of rural planning, require a few other, wall construction, maybe after public slavery or something like this, put this over here, so it's not maybe on the same down path. But I don't think these should be mutually exclusive. They are. I don't know how to mod it differently. I would play that mod if you just got rid of this or that. That would be a worthy mod for me. And now I don't know if you mod it, whether the AI would you know, plan to go down this and then click one or the other. Right. Okay. So back to here. So we have, we need to put this into a agricultural mining, which we're actually ready to accomplish this here, which will get these island mines. Macedonian settlement here on Knossos, here on Crete, which we have to do a fort to get that. Now, this sort of, because I did look at the what we need to achieve here before doing all this. The Oracle at Delphi. This is what sort of got me going a little bit. And what is sort of the next big plan, which is a crusade. We're going to go on a crusade. The Oracle of Delphi. For some reason, somehow, it does have 2 temples, though you can only have 1 temple present in a territory. I don't know why it gets to have 2 temples. Don't know why it isn't, like, because, you know, limit one, it says it right there in the definition, limit 1. I'm good with it because this is a grand temple. Again, the way I would design the game would allow for, I don't know, because in special cases, you know, Rome or something else. And I sort of get the idea that this isn't this, you know, a particular, and of course, a metropolis might be different. It isn't the primary temple of a particular god. I get that it's different in that sense. Okay, it's a temple building. But I sort of, what I would do is I would associate these to at least to a pantheon, if not a particular god as well, but probably a pantheon, so that you could have in a standard city 2, maybe 3, a metropolis, 3 or 4. I don't know if you have something above a metropolis with more. And then I would have like a small temple, large temple, grand temple or something. You know, build them bigger. You know, not just stack them up, but renovate, improve them, whatever. And they would promote up, instead of state religion happiness, they would promote up the religion happiness of the pantheon that you're picking to put there, as well as conversion. So if you're throwing in a Hellenic temple, you can also throw in a Kemetic temple, you know, if you're us and you're trying to, you know, do stuff. And then, oh, hey, we have a large Jewish population here or something. There was a fair number of Jews here. We're going to throw on a Jewish temple, you know, and sort of do it. And having a temple of your pantheon, although the Jewish thing was sort of throwing, of your pantheon, resists conversion to the other, particularly state religion. And if there's a state religion temple in the territory, it would be the strongest conversion element from those that don't have the temple there. You know, so if you if you don't have any temples, and I don't know, Druidic, I'm thinking here, or nope, this one, or Sibyllini, I really don't know what all that is. But yeah, if you have one of these other things, yeah, they just get gobbled up, unless, of course, they have one of their temples there, and people would get upset if you tear down a temple that's already there, and particularly of those people of that pantheon or whatever. You know, I would organize this different. I think I could have, at least on paper, worked with some people and designed a better game than this. Still isn't the worst game, but yeah, I could have come up with better stuff, and they may get there someday. They were lazy when they built this. They were too focused on the game aspect and not enough on the immersion aspect, in my opinion. Okay, back to Delphi. We have here missions, Oracle of Delphi here, which we need to have 3 libraries. Then we do the renovation for the shrine, and then we can do a great donation. Okay, citizens and nobles will appear in Delphi. We want to do this. We're going to do this. But, and there, like I say, there's these double temple buildings. Not going to undo one because probably couldn't put it back. We're getting state, religion, happiness, local civilization levels are much higher. Or if we come over here, it will just give us, you see, half of it. So we're having a lot of good benefits from here. But we don't have this. And I'm not saying, I don't know that this was the center of Apollo worship, but Apollo's temple was the sort of biggest temple, my understanding was at Delphi. You know, like Athens is Athena, and you know, the Acropolis, up there, I forget, because the Pantheon is in Rome. What is it just called the Acropolis? But you know, the big structure that they're rebuilding right now up there that used to be the temple. Well, maybe just the temple of Athena there on the Acropolis in Athens, and that was sort of the center of you know, Athenian worship here. So we want to bring back Apollo. So we're going to go on crusade. Looking around somehow here, and I noticed in looking at this that this area has a lot. Now most of these are, they're calling Hellenic holy sites, but these are Vulcan, Bacchus, Mars. Mars is, you know, the Roman god of war. Ceres, the Roman god of grain and fertility, basically, I believe. Juno is the head god, and their version of Zeus. Bacchus is Dionysus kind of thing. Vulcan is both volcanoes and industry. But this one here is clearly Greek Apollo. I think somehow I don't know, AI was able to, I don't know how or why there isn't a temple at Apollo, or I mean of Apollo at Delphi, but we're going to get this back. And I did an experiment. What you need to do is you need to come in here, go to war with these guys, invade this, get this province, and then desecrate this damn temple. That's what we're going to do. That is a mission. And then we're not going to care. Now, after that, I looked and tried to do a covert action. We're too far away from this. So we're going to have to declare war, you know, show superiority with all of this. Okay, I am going to then cheat at least the stability, and because we don't have much war exhaustion, so I'm not really worried about +2 war exhaustion. But I'm going to cheat out the aggressive expansion and the stability, because, my dear friends, this is a holy war. We are going to go to, not right away, not this episode. We're going to it's going to take a little while to get things organized, get up there. What we're going to do is basically hire a couple of mercenary armies, put them on board our ships, sail them all the way up to here, declare war, bash our way into here, take this province here, desecrate the holy site, and then we're going to disband, or, you know, unhire, basically, the mercenary army so they can then walk home, and then sometime we'll do a white peace out here. We'll peace out on that once enough time happens. And so we're not going to take any territory. We're not going to do anything but recapture Apollo. And we're going to then, I know I'm explaining all this, and this is sort of an explanation of where we're going, I guess, episode. We don't want to go too long. What we're going to do is, and I think it's here, is Apollo, yes, because this is how I found out about it. We're going to come here. I'm going to take the hits and then probably cheat the hits back out unless I stay with it. Citizen happiness +4%. Moment effect. Manpower recovery speed. I really don't need manpower recovery speed. Got a lot of manpower up here. Not that it's not useful. Just don't need it. The passive effects. Integrated cultural happiness. Don't really need that. I'd rather have my morale of my armies up a little bit higher. And if I want to ruler popularity gain plus the 2 freemen in Alexandria, Macedonian that is, if I want to do that. So then I will, you know, change this, which, you know, is a, you know, 15 to stability each way. Might live with one way, but that would be 30 instability. So I'm going to cheat that back and forth. Just again, why I cheat with this game. Make it easier, gamer. Well, yeah, if all I was trying to do was min-max the game out, but you can only do the sanctuaries if it's one of these 4 deities. And yeah, though I think I can stick in a treasure and some of the other ones. So we're gonna min-max this, get this in there, and then we're going to put in the Sphinx of Naxion, which did stand at Delphi in the Temple of Apollo. So we're going to rebuild this, and yeah, I will cheat the stuff in because that will sort of be whoever our current rulers at the time. It's currently, what's her name? This version of Cleopatra with a K. Here we're going to, she is, but whether she's still the ruler when we get there, I'm not sure. But they're going to be explaining our people why we're going up to this holy war and what we're going to be doing. And that's going to be happening as well. So that is the plan going forward here. So let's take a look at our mission. We can do the mines of Cyclades or Cyclades. I'm not sure. Probably it's Cyclades. Okay, they all have mining centers on the 3 possible ones. So we're going to go, yes, we're going to do that now. Macedonian settlement for Knossos needs level 1 fortress. I wouldn't mind keeping the level 1 fortress here if it didn't have such the high cost of impact and of maintaining them, and they do take a bit, not just partially for the soldiers, but not just the soldiers, it's also just maintaining it. Fruits of Laconia. Okay, they need all 4 of the, let's go back to this map. All 4 of the possible food needs food settlements. Okay, so here we have a barracks, which is very something the Spartans or a small state would do. We're going to remove that. Now we're going to go here. Out here we already have food. And here we already have food. And here we have a port. We can do without this port. Useful. We do have this port here and others around. It's nice to have a port. They've got population capacity up 1, which, nice, but we're not really using. Ship recruiting speed, well, obviously, but we may not need to recruit ships here. Now, migration, attraction, and population migration speed is good, but we're going to get that out, and we're going to start building that there. Okay, and trade. Okay. Basically, all the, I had earlier because I wanted to have a fort out here, so we are starting a city founding thing already, but what we need to do is all territories in Ebola has city status, so all port territories, so we also need to go with here we have 3 out of 5, so we have 1, 2, 3. Well, do we? Yeah, I think what we're going to do is take the cheaper option, which should then, there we go, now we're going down to 4 with we're still going to be getting this out here, so that will get us our 4 cities instead of 5. I didn't want to found another city right now, but has city status, and all port territories in Boa are fortified. Okay, so this is going to take a while. Well, let's come over here, and we're going to reduce down this fortification because we don't need it here and here. So we're going to build here, and we're going to build here. I don't know that we're going to keep all of these area is fortified now that Rome is pushed away a little more. We'll keep some, just because if they come bashing in, we want to be able to do it. Granary Sparta is the capital. It has granaries 2+2 or more. So we want to come to Sparta and we want to build a granary so that they can handle that. Expanding the workforce over here. We gotta shift over, so that's gonna take some time. But well, let's we have here, these guys are actually gonna fade out before we get here. I gotta stop worrying. I gotta build a fort out here or something. Yeah, barbarians and they're gone. Okay. Stop. Just go back home. You don't get there fast enough. Yeah, yeah. We'll build a fortress here. So, and for getting ready for our coming war, we need a few more ships. So let's build here now. Here, what is the state of this fleet? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, here, that's these big ships. Our smaller ports cannot repair them. I don't even know if they can repair the big ones because we don't have all the tech. But let's send these guys over here. This is at least a size 4 port. What can I think we have to be able to recruit? Yeah, I don't know that we can. So, well, they're going to come here anyways. So we're getting there. Now we have some other shipyards around that are particular shipyards, I believe here. No, it's over here, is it? Yeah, a little faster, a little. I don't know if any cheaper. No. Cancel. Same sort of price, but just you can see a little. Oh damn! God damn it! God damn! God. Oh. Okay, what did I pay? Base cost. Okay. DASH. No, I don't like doing this, but this is why I do this crap. So I'm just trying to click on this damn province, and then I'm going to say no. Okay. Yeah, 500 days. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to recruit 3 more. And then over here we also have another. Again, a little faster there. We're going to recruit 3 more cheap, smaller vessels. We're going to take the big vessels out of here because this, like I said, I did experiment. This is outside of our naval range, and some of these are already damaged, so we're going to put them in port. I think what we need to do to get them so that we could build them is, and then repair them normally. That's why these are, no, okay, not, okay, here's the Akari Megapoly. So, Yeah, we need to get those two to do this. I think we can if we were importing wood here. Oh, here, no. And then we are importing wood here. Okay, maybe these are under the Greek. I thought we should be able to. I'm just not seeing this. Levantine, right? And I did notice it. Levantine maritime traditions. Okay, that one. Mega palm, or maybe. Oh, this is maybe just here. Let's see here, over here, which we've of course. No, there's because those are the ship's defenses that I'm worrying about, the Tetra and the Hexareme. What? What? Hexareme? Gotta be something with a ship on it. I just figure. Well, let's look here. What, maybe it's just, oh, we just need surplus of wood, where this needs, because you don't have the right military tradition. Okay. So it needs to be a big enough port with a surplus of wood. Or has a surplus of, oh, well, greater than 0, so 1 wood. So we need to maybe here build up this with a slot here as well. Okay, we'll do that. We'll see how big we have to get that there. I know not a lot of my current viewers have been watching this, but I hope this is interesting to somebody. Now here, what can we... No, because we don't... Okay, because... It needs to be level 3. They have the wood, they just don't have a level 3 port. Okay, well... Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, unrivaled wealth. Yep, he gets to have his unrivaled wealth. We're not going for disrupting his plans. I'm not that greedy. I'd rather have a stable empire than a get-rich-quick empire. I sort of kind of agree with needing a big port to repair these big vessels. You know, that just capable of it kind of thing. I don't know, and because I've parked these guys before in here, hoping they would get repaired. You can see he's down at 9% and whatever. But they don't seem to. So what we're going to do is, well, we're going to move all these big ships into their separate fleet. Oh, and we're giving them 3 little ones. Oh, those are little ones. These guys to sort of make something out of it. Okay, so we're going to have this here, a sort of home fleet reserve. Okay, stressful. Okay, he was the admiral, head of the Leonid family. Okay, that's what this is for. Is to give a member of the Leonid family. He's a very good admiral. We're not going to do that. Well, you know, you have a very good admiral there. We have this small, but loyalty. Gonna do. No, we would rather have. Oh, fleet commander. Well, these are again discipline of ships that I don't have any of, so we're gonna maybe hold on. I mean, not Leonid. Oh, Leonid. We'll give him this job. Okay, well, somebody was and is no longer disloyal. I will want to here. Eventually, we'll get a lot of bonuses from developing this in the Eastern Borders mission. It'll last 20 years or plus. And that'll be the time I think we'll build up a big fleet. This is not really the big fleet buildup. This is just to get us up to here without having lapse from being too far away. Okay, tributary influx. We only accept their merchants. Okay, a war. A little bit of money, local tax, and Berniki, Baraniki, I should say, which is down here, or 2 Canaanite Phoenician citizens appear down here, and then local population growth. Well, let's, well, we have the plenty of space for them, and we could use a better developed city. So yes, we'll go for this. I know it may throw in a different ethnic group down here, but whatever. Yeah, Egyptian. Right there, Phoenician, right there. So, this is going down. We are currently at the near the end. We're going to go from money to reducing aggressive expansion with Sotor. And I did build a couple of fortresses here and here for if and when, well, when is really maybe the more key thing, go to war with Thrace. They won't one be going right after our Wonder province with the territory of the Wonder, but this and this sort of closes part of the border, and this because of the mountain range here and here they can't really get around here with this mountain range. Now this area is somewhat open out here, which may mean a fortress here or something. What do they already have? A barracks? Yeah, I can get rid of a barracks. Manpower's nice for the area, but we want to have a wall of forts that are harder to get through, not impossible, just to sort of like make them a little think twice about doing it. Okay, we have from our place over here, he's Hellenic and Aramaic. Okay, Hellenic religion. Yeah. Okay, guys, you come up to here. And you guys come down to here. I'm not sure what, well, what mercenaries to use. We want somebody who can walk a long way, or who is able to walk back home. I think we need to, because there will be a lot of barbarians showing up. That, oh no, that would be maybe we could bring in these guys and these guys. They can do the long walk home. Okay, well, let's deselect that and then put this together. Okay. All right. Now this should all be at 100%. In strength. So let's head them over here. But I think we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank you all for making it this far, and I really do appreciate it. See you next time for even more historical gaming.